Well, since the State of Israel was established in 1948, the Israel Antiquities Authority has been the center of its archaeological research and preservation. Well, then came October 7th and the terror attack, and a group of Israeli archaeologists had to take on a unique role. CBN's Petite explains from Jerusalem.
Rising from the ashes. This new exhibit in Jerusalem serves as an immersive experience into the October 7th terrorist attack.
This is not an exhibition about the war, but it's giving a certain perspective of how the Israel Antiquities Authority found itself involved in something that's taking their expertise of archaeological work into modern life, modern war.
That included using advanced methods to document devastation, locate victims, and create exact modeling of Israel's bloodiest day.
So there are three main themes that the exhibition deals with. The first takes us into a hall that discusses the locating of missing people. We follow the story of two families, and we follow several archaeologists.
Up until October 7th, Israeli archaeologists dedicated to preserving ancient heritage had never been used as modern-day crime scene investigators.
I was a little bit hesitant at first because I wanted to make sure that I'll be able to handle what I'm about to see, what I'm about to do there.
Another part of the exhibit features an interactive display of the scenes experienced by Asaf and his colleagues.
The smells, the smell of fire and smoke, the smell of death, rotten flesh, the devastation is amazing. You feel like someone punched you, and you need to make a switch, and you need to start doing your job.
This job also meant working directly with family members like Michal Gabe, mother of Shani Gabe, a security worker who became a casualty when Hamas attacked the Nova Music Festival.
With her on the phone, I heard the booming, I heard the screaming, I heard everything. I was with her on the phone when they shot her.
Michal says she didn't know if her daughter was alive, dead, or taken captive. After excavating and examining the scene, Israeli archaeologists delivered the devastating news and this keepsake.
They found the necklace, her necklace, in the in the area of the ambulance, where the ambulance was bombed from RPG. And on the necklace was DNA of Shani.
How does one deal with such tragedy? This is where Rising from the Ashes gets its name, a section dedicated to education and community resilience.
It's part of our history, and unfortunately this has become a very painful link to this country, in the link of the Jewish people to this country, and in the link of the history of thousands of years of continuity in the land of Israel. And by doing so, we can show the world what happened, and we can hopefully prevent this from ever happening again.
The Israel Antiquities Authority hopes this exhibit does more than bring the horrors of what happened on October 7th to life. They hope it forever preserves what happened on that fateful day and reminds the world why Israel continues to fight.
It takes me back to the 7th October, and I hope it will take everyone to understand what happened in the 7th October. So everybody needs to, like a knife in the heart, to see this and to understand.
In Jerusalem, Petite, CBN News.
That story reminds me of my own trip to the Gaza envelope after October 7th and walking into one of the homes in a kibbutz there and seeing the blood still on the fabric and the blood still on the wall of a young woman who'd been murdered in her own home. Prime of life, just 23 years old, and here she was taken away. It was senseless violence. It was brutal violence. It was horrific what they did to people while they were alive and then mutilating them after they were dead. I can't imagine anyone putting a baby in an oven, but that happened. It just absolutely horrific. A pure evil unleashed. But it's not new in this conflict. And for anyone that says, well, anything Hamas does is in retaliation to occupation and an apartheid state and all that nonsense, the exact same horrific things happened in Hebron in 1929, even before Israel was created. An ancient Jewish community in the city of the patriarchs. They chopped off a child's head. You see these historical reports and you go, what in the world? How does this kind of evil get unleashed again and again and again? In our generation, can we finally stand with Israel? Can we finally stand? Enough of this hatred, enough of this ideology of hate, that somehow or other it's against our religion to have Jews in the Holy Land? Are you kidding me? This is the land of their ancestors. This is the land of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is the land that Moses promised the people of Israel. This is the promised land. That's why we call it that way. And to say we want Palestine to be free from the river to the sea, are you kidding? Let's stop this nonsense. Let's stand up for truth. Let's stand up for that righteousness, what has been promised, and let's say enough, enough. Never again, and not ever again should we ever see this kind of